So there are currently a lot of videos online stating that the FUJIFILM X-T6 is coming this year. There are also a lot of you down in the comments asking me if they should buy the X-T5 or if they should wait for the X-T6. Well, I don't believe that the X-T6 from Fujifilm is coming this year, and here is why. Well, first of all, if you watch the video that are talking about those rumors, as well as stating the specifications from the Fujifilm X-T6, well, a lot of them are basically AI generated, right? They kind of compare the X-T6 to the X-T4 and then state that the sensor and the new sensor is going to compare to the one in the X-H2, which is going to be revolutionary compared to the current X-T4. And that kind of smelled like ChatGPT with outdated knowledge base to me, with no knowledge of the X-T5 and what it has inside of it, right? And they just showcase the X-T6 as this new camera with a 40 megapixel sensor. I came across like, I don't know, four or five videos like that kind of makes no sense. But yeah, so a lot of outdated or wrong information out there in those videos. And those videos are most likely just AI generated to, you know, generate views quickly and try to surf on the wave of the new X-T6. Now, something else that is really important to look at is how often do Fujifilm release a new X-T camera? Well, if you look at the average time between the X-T1, X-T2, X-T3, etc., typically it's about 30 months or so. So about 2.5 years. Now you're going to tell me, yeah, between the X-T3 and the X-T4 it was much shorter, and that is true, but it is because the X-H1 was kind of a failure in terms of sales, so Fujifilm was trying to push something else to bump up their sales basically. But overall it should be around 30 months or so if you look at the other cameras. Now the X-T5 was released at the end of 2022, and if you count 30 months from that date, then the next Fujifilm X-T6 should be released around mid-2025. So that's another argument that kind of not prove, but point in the direction that the X-T5, the X-T6 will not be released this year, but most likely next year around summer. Now, another argument that I think doesn't play into the favor of the immediate release of the Fujifilm X-T6 is the fact that currently Fujifilm has a lot of issues with their autofocus, right? If you haven't watched my video, I'll put it around here, I think. There are a lot of issues with the X-T5 or the X-H2 or the X-H2S in terms of the AF algorithm that has gotten worse and worse over the firmwares, right? And if Fujifilm doesn't fix that and just release a new camera model and just tell you, hey, if you want the new and improve with autofocus, just buy the new one, and screw all the people who bought the X-T5 and the X-H2 and the X-H2S, that would be kind of a PR disaster, right? And I think that a lot of their users would just jump ship, and maybe myself included, right? Because that would not be something decent, not a good strategy, and that would not be really rewarding and encouraging brand loyalty, right? If you have something that is currently not working and that a lot of people report, and if you just ignore it and just release your new model, yeah, definitely people are not going to be happy with that. And that would be rightfully so. So I think that it would make sense for Fujifilm to first make sure that they are able to fix their current AF algorithm, that they are able to integrate and continuously integrate, right, this algorithm with their future model, and then try to release a new model, right? Because if you are not able to fix what you already have, it doesn't make sense to just release new and then expect people to buy the new one just because it's gonna give you better autofocus. That should not be the case. Hopefully I'm right, and hopefully they don't do that. So to answer the question, should you buy the X-T5 or should you wait for the X-T6? Well, first, it's too early to know that. We have zero information about the Fujifilm X-T6 at the moment, so we cannot talk about, I mean, personally, I cannot give you any piece of advice. The only piece of advice I would be able to give you is that, okay, if you look at the current releasing schedule, well, it would be basically, okay, are you able to wait another year? or do you need a camera right now, right? If you need a camera right now and you are debating between buying an X-T5 or waiting for the next model, I would say there is no debate. But if you're able to wait, then you can wait. It's up to you to do so. But don't expect it to be released this year. I don't think that it will be the case. Thank you for watching today's video. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to my newsletter. I'll leave a link in the description, and I will see you in the next one.